All right, what's up? Welcome everyone to the sixth episode of the Heart to Heart podcast. My name is Hafiz, and today we have a special guest from the Men's Health Organization.
Hey yo, you ready?
Please don't make this complicated. What about the time we wasted on our love? I can't keep the things we traded.
Alex, would you like to introduce yourself and the organization?
Hi everyone, my name is Alex. I'm the president and founder of Men's Health Canada, and our goal is basically to raise awareness towards men's health in the public and get it out there for the society to see it more.
Awesome. So as you guys know by now, there are two different segments to this episode. The first aspect is where we're going to be playing a quick and fun game. And how the game works is we're going to be asking each other questions, and we're going to be using randomly generated words, or rather the answer that we're going to give is going to have to incorporate randomly generated words into, well, our questions that we ask each other. Without further ado, are you ready to get started?
Sure, yeah, of course.
All right, let's do it. All right, so my first question for you is, if you could be invisible, but it would mean that you are permanently invisible, would you want to be invisible, and why? And your words are explain, particle, and incident.
Okay, for me to be permanently invisible, I mean, it's an incident that takes place. It doesn't really take place often, this incident that we have here. And for me to explain this, um, it's hard. It's actually new. For me to explain this particle, I think I would not like to be permanently invisible. So I don't know.
Okay, there you go. You did it. No, you
I'm
did it.
new
You
to
did it.
this, so yeah, I'm trying to
You
put
are.
it forward.
No, for sure. No, you did really well. You did really well. Now, I
Sure.
got a quick tip for you though. Like, if there's a
Sure.
question that has like a straightforward answer, like what I do personally is like I'll answer that question straightforward, and then I'll kind of like expand on it, and in the expansion, I'll include the 3 words per se.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
So like I feel like that
Sure.
would help a little bit. So when it's your turn, if you don't mind reading the question and the words, and then
Sure.
we'll take it from there.
So my question for you is, what's a body part you wouldn't mind losing? And your words are runner, weed, and park. Wow, that's a tough one for that question.
Huh. So body part am I losing? Yo, what? Bro, I like my body though. What? All right. It have to be my toes.
Okay.
Cause like despite the fact that I do want to be a runner, or I do enjoy being a runner, runs in the parks, I mean, they're like sometimes, you kind of want to do them. I feel like every other body part is really essential. Like I need my fingers because like, I type with them. But like I feel like I could get away with not having toes. I feel like I could, like I don't smoke weed or anything, but like I feel like I could, get away with not having toes.
Right, that's a good one. Yeah, nice job. Yeah.
Thank you. It's all right, bro. Listen. You're about to nail the next one, okay? All right, yo, get hype with me.
Yeah,
Come on. Get hype
Sure,
with me, bro.
let's go. Get it.
There we
Yeah,
go.
let's go.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. All right, ready?
Sure, let's
you-
go.
All right, so if you were required by law to get a full body tattoo, what would you get tattooed? And your words are joke, guarantee, and unanimous. Yeah, I feel like these are good words.
What's the third one? I don't even know what it means.
Unanimous, basically, yeah. So like if for instance everyone agrees on something, like that's unanimous.
Okay. I think my parents wouldn't really like me having a tattoo, but if I have to get one and for it to be unanimous, I would get I can guarantee they would like me having a lion tattoo, but just for jokes, I'm gonna go ahead and get a panda tattoo on my back.
See,
I
I
hope that's
told
a good one.
you.
Yeah.
I told you were gonna nail it. I told you
Shit,
you were
thanks
gonna
so
nail
much.
it. There you go.
These are tough. These are you have to be
I
really
know.
creative with these.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I know. That's the fun, bro. Like
it is
that's the
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, your turn.
My turn now. Sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my question for you is, what would a world populated by clones of you be like? And my question and the words are introduce nerve revolution. I think you can create some thing with it.
Yo, this is so good. All right, let's go.
Okay.
First of all right, before the world ends up getting cloned by me, I'd want to introduce myself to either the people in the future or the people before, right? Because like, you know, they're inevitably they're gonna be like, yo, surely you don't have the nerve to clone yourself. But I'm gonna be like, yo, it's time for a revolution, and then clone myself. And what was the actual question?
If if the world was populated by your clones, what would
Mhm.
it look like?
What would it look like? Okay, it'd be every single person on this planet would be motivated to push themselves as far as they could. Every single person on this
That's
planet
great.
would be fit. Every single person on this planet would enjoy themselves, would spend time with nature, would uplift each other, would care for each other, and would help each other succeed.
That's what we want, right? Yeah, that's a good one. Good job. Yeah,
Thank you,
that's a
man.
nice
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah, that
Thank
was
you.
really good.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yo, that was such a good
Yeah,
question.
I hope you
All right.
liked it. I don't know. Sure.
All right.
Next
All
one.
right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Listen, listen, listen. Hear me out. All right. So my question is, if you could go back, right, and hands down win any argument that you've had with anyone, which argument would it be and why?
Wow. I have a good
Is it
one
a
for
hard
this.
one?
No, I have a good one for this. So, okay. So if I have to count the number of arguments that I had
No, no,
with
no,
my
no.
dad,
No, no,
oh,
no, no. Wait, wait, wait. Are
wait,
you asking if that's the question or are
no,
you?
no, no. I was answering the question.
Sorry, 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 sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead,
no,
go
no,
ahead. Sorry.
no. It's okay. My bad, my bad. Okay. So if I have to count the number of times that I had an argument with my dad specifically, um, it's honestly countless. But the argument that I had with him was for me to go to McMaster, and obviously the prices to get a dorm and everything is soaring up. And I don't know, am I using it right there? But
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah, it's good.
yeah, okay, it's soaring up. But yeah, he had to hit me with a belt to stop me.
Okay.
That's all I can come up with.
That's
I
good.
know you
No,
get it.
that's good.
That's all I can come up
That's
with. I don't
good, bro. What do you mean? That's good.
it's
That's
so
really
hard.
good, yo.
Wow.
I know, I know. No, you, bro, you're doing an amazing job. Come on.
I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. Okay.
You're doing an amazing job.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Thank you for the support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. What's my
So
next question?
next question would be, oh, okay. Would you rather just have winters or just have summers? And your words are industry, inshore, and land.
All right. Would I rather have just winter or just summer? All right. I'd rather have just summer because, like, I'm a huge soccer fan, and I'd like to ensure
Yeah.
that I do end up playing soccer, and it's kind of hard to do that in winter, especially considering the fact that the land is covered with snow in the
Snow,
winter,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and like the industry is just a completely different industry in the summer and in the winter, right? So you have instances where like snow plowers are on the roads, right? You don't get that in summer, and so summer
Exactly.
is superior. That's it.
I like that one.
It's,
You're really creative with these ones. I didn't have practice, but yeah.
I had practice. I had
No,
practice. I
I
had
don't know.
practice.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, no, no. It's
Uh,
actually valid though. Like I actually had practice.
no, these ones are good. So,
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? 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 All right. So my question for you is: if you were given this rather lame superpower of being able to touch any food and make that food go bad, what would you do with that power? And your words are presentation, birthday, and catch.
So I don't want anyone catching me to touch a birthday cake because I love how the presentation wise, I love how birthday cakes look. And
Bro,
I
one
hope I'm
sentence, you
good.
nailed
Okay,
that,
I
yo.
hope
One
that one's good.
sentence. There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love the
Oh,
support.
bro,
Yeah,
come on. Always, always. I got your back.
thank you.
All right, all
Wow.
right. I'm ready.
Okay, this one's gonna be tough.
Trust me, I got
Um,
it. Don't worry.
do you think pizza is better than pasta? Your words are Q, ensure, and king.
Okay. All right, cool, 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 cool. So, pizza or pasta? The $1 million question of the day. All right, cool, cool, cool. Pizza. A good pizza. There's nothing that matches a good pizza. All right, listen, listen. Hear me out. Hear me out. Picture this. I am driving to pizza. A good one, okay? Like a good one. Like there's some terrible ones,
Of
but like
course.
I've also seen some good ones. It's like I'm driving to a good one. And I'm out here feeling like a king. Okay? And then I remember, yo,
Definitely.
I shouldn't be driving like crazy for two reasons. A, because I ordered it and I'm still in queue, in line, right? Like there's no point of rushing in there. Plus, my car's not insured. For
Wow.
legal reasons as it is, but I must state here because of this answer, it's not insured. So as a result, you need to stay cautious and not ride it like
Good one.
crazy.
That's good job. Proud of you,
Thank you,
man. Wow.
thank you,
That's really good. Wow.
thank you. Appreciate that,
No
appreciate
worries,
that.
bro.
All right, let us get to my last question for you.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. All right, cool, cool. Ready? If someone
Sure.
offered
Go
you
for it.
If someone offered you $8,000 every time they punched you in the face, how many times would you want to be hit? I'm talking like the hardest punch. Like the skin, you're gonna feel pain.
I don't know if you.
Oh, your
I
words.
think.
Sorry. Your words
Oh,
are fiction, ladder, and program.
okay. And I have to. What was the question again? So if I get punched every
So
time,
let's say,
I get a.
yeah, every time so you were to, if someone offered you $1,000 to get punched in the face, like really hard, how many times did you want to get punched?
Wow. Choosing the word fiction, ladder, and program. Um, I would program. I would program something that can punch me all day, every day, so I can get those $1,000. And I would have a fictional ladder of the amount of people that want to punch me. God, these are so
Okay, okay.
bad. Oh my
No, no,
God, I'm just
it's okay. Bro,
I'm coming up with sentences, man. I
one
don't
of
even know what I'm
mine,
saying.
one of mine in the last podcast was so sad to a point I just said, "Here's my L. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna go." Like that's how bad it was. So like, don't ever feel bad because like it can't be worse than that one, and that's okay. So don't feel bad or
Okay,
anything. You
this is
got the
this is.
words in. That's the important
I'm.
part.
I hope so. Yeah, I
You
don't know.
did. You
It's
did.
really bad.
Don't bad, bro. I know you did. You got the words in. Don't you
Okay.
worry about it. Yeah, yeah. You good. You good. All right.
Okay. So my last question for you is:
Yes, sir.
if you had to rewatch a TV show from either Friends or How I Met Your Mother, which one would you rewatch? And your words are feature, wagon, and B.
All right. Cool, 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 cool.
You got a hard one
That
here,
is
man. I'm sorry for that.
that's a good one. No, that's a really good one. Okay. Um, Friends. I know some people will hate me for this, and I know some people, have their disagreements, and some people hate Friends. And one, I don't care. I'm watching Friends. Couple of reasons. Okay. Um, First of all, um, hold on. Wagon, B, and feature. All right. So first of all, in the show Friends, there were a lot of a lot of honestly, there were a lot of good features in there. Different people from different shows
I
came
agree,
in and
definitely.
did they had some pretty good features. I do remember seeing a wagon once. I don't remember which episode it was or which season it was, but I do remember seeing a wagon, and in that wagon, here's something they never told you, the directors. What really happened when they were outside was that a bee came and stung them, right? But like they didn't put that in the movie in the show because like it wouldn't look good for them.
Yeah, I didn't see
Like
it. Yeah,
yeah,
I
but
agree
it
with you.
definitely did happen. I'm definitely not making anything up right now.
No, I believe you. Yeah, definitely. Just getting the words in. So, like,
Uh,
good job, good
well,
job.
yeah. Did it make
I
sense?
think that was the hard part. Out of the two segments, I think segment one is the hard one.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's
yeah,
cool. It's cool. It's cool. All right. Well, that was extremely fun. Thank you for playing with me. And
thanks for having me. Yeah,
yeah, so we're gonna jump right into the
it
second
was
part.
really fun.
And first thing I want you to do
Sure.
is to tell me a little bit about you personally, you as it relates to the organization. Is it an organization or a club? Just give us a bit more information about it.
Sure, yeah, great question, actually. So, I'm currently studying kinesiology. I'm in my second year of undergrad, and I'm studying kinesiology at York University. But I actually transferred to York. So, first year I went to McMaster University, and there was when I started having really different types of issues that I had to deal with, and really moving away from family is the I think it's really hard. And I'm not saying like it was really hard for me, but there are tons of people who do it every day, like people who travel to Canada alone, and there are so many international students and different so many people that just travel to different countries alone without their parents. And that was the first thing that I noticed moving away from family and going into a dorm with a high school friend of mine. Um, while I was at McMaster, I don't know, for some reason, I started really feeling low, feeling down all the time. And is my voice coming? Is connection
Yeah, it's
good?
good.
Or
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing, I went to McMaster, and really there, I think my mental health, like universities are already hard, and I don't know. When I was in high school, I didn't really know what university is gonna be like. So I had this thought of, oh, I'm just gonna study and everything's gonna be fine. But as soon as I got to university, it's not like that. It's so many different topics, different subjects, different requirements that you have to take. On top of that, extracurriculars that you have to do. So a lot of this put pressure on me, and I was at stake. I started feeling down. Um, I was in danger both physically and mentally, I think. So I was gaining weight. I did not exercise. I didn't eat well. I didn't eat healthy foods. Um, and my mental health, I don't know, I didn't really talk to anyone because I'm from the Middle East. And in the Middle East, what you hear a lot is men don't cry. Or I think a lot of people just hear that, but I'm using my own experiences. And or men don't like show emotion, men shouldn't show emotion, all of those things. So for me, I really wanted to keep it with myself. Didn't want to get like too many people involved. And first semester, I was almost failing courses. I was doing really bad in school. Um, it got to a point that my mom even was suggesting that I should get a tutor. And because of my ego, I didn't want to get a tutor. My mindset was, oh, all I'm going to do is study harder, do more things all at once. And I think first semester uni was the first time that I took a step back because I had this mindset, which is a really wrong mindset, I think, that you always have to keep pushing yourself. But I think first semester university, I really realized that sometimes it's good to take a step back and really see where you're going, your different paths and different things that you can do to make yourself better. So I get this tutor, and first session we study math. Second session, all talk. We all talk about university. Like we don't even go to studies anymore. We just talk about our mental health and well-being. And he's actually the person that helped me grow this organization, really create this organization in the first place. And yeah, I gotta give him a lot of credit. He really helped me. First year uni passes by. Um, Second year, I applied this what is this club, Women in STEM, and they wanted mentors for the first year university students that are coming in at Mac. And it was summertime, so I wasn't sure if I'm going to transfer or not, but I stayed at Mac. And my job as a mentor was basically to lead a way and help them make their own path so they can succeed in what they want. And first time I got two students, and I was just working with those two students. And but after time, I realized that I just don't want to give my advice for just two people. Obviously, I love those two guys, but I wanted more people to hear what I have to say and more people getting involved about mental health and really raising awareness. So I think it was in October that yeah, in October we started this Instagram page. Like all of a sudden, I went on Instagram, created an account, mental health awareness. It was called at first, and then I don't know. Do you know what Movember is?
Yeah, yeah,
Do you know? Yeah, yeah. Oh, so
yeah. November.
Movember is basically for people that don't know. It's like a charity event. You raise you raise donations. Yeah. Um, you raise donations. You exercise, and you what is it? You grow a mustache. So for us to grow the page, I think that was the time. Like we, if you want to grow our page, Movember was the best chance we had. And we actually partnered up with the Movember app and a medical student from McMaster. And we were able to, we raised $6,000 in 1 month just from donations. So I think that
Nice.
was really big for our page. And yeah, so I think that just started everything. After that, oh, also about the club and organization thing, I should say something, is that we when we started the club, I wanted just to be from York University students because York didn't have a mental health club. But I realized that there's so many people passionate about this project that are not just from York. And if
Definitely.
I wanted to go under the university's name, I would be really limited. We didn't go under York's name. I wanted everyone to have a part, so I just went to different Facebook pages and posted that people should come and join. And we specifically really emphasized on no experience needed because we were just looking for passionate people. And yeah, that's how the club really started to grow. And then we now we have members and we redesigned the page. We're changing everything daily. So yeah, we're having on we want to have posts every week. So
Mhm.
yeah,
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
honestly, that
Thanks so
is.
much.
I feel like that's something that's missing a lot, especially with guys there. They're kind of told, you're not allowed to um like express how you feel. And I understand there are certain scenarios where you might not want to, or you might feel it's not a good idea. But my personal belief is that everyone does need that safe space. So whether it's a close friend who you could vent to and it's going to be, a completely judge free environment, or it's going to be, or it's maybe like a group or someone. s- Everyone needs one person who they could just like release their anger. Some people use the gym as a place to release. There just has to be some source
Exactly.
of
Yeah.
releasing, that energy and whatnot. And yeah, I'm so glad to hear that you're starting and whatnot. I know I've talked to
Thanks
some
so
other
much.
people. I've talked to some of the people who said that they wanted to do it, but they never went ahead with it. So the fact that you already,
Right.
took initiative and went ahead is amazing, bro. I want to just state right now, bro, I'm gonna fully support you all along. Yo, if you ever need help with anything,
Thanks so
just let
much.
me
Yeah.
know. Like I got you. I got a couple more
Sure.
questions. So,
Sure. Of course.
what would you advise your younger self?
My younger self didn't know much about mental health, and when I actually came to Canada, I was in high school, so grade 9 was the beginning for me of coming to Canada. So actually, what I saw the first time that I came was Bell Let's Talk. Have you seen it, or
Yeah,
is
yeah.
my connect?
Every
I don't
year.
think my connection's good, is it?
Oh no, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, Bell Let's Talk. Okay, so I
Yeah.
think that was really amazing. The first thing that I came, when I saw, I was like, "Wow, Bell Let's Talk. What is this?" And I get more into it. It's like this mental health aspect that Bell donates money to the mental health foundations.
Yeah.
So my younger self never knew much about mental health, didn't use the resources well, didn't know if there's any resources, um, didn't get into contact with people that need help. And yeah, so my advice would be really use the resources that they give you. Don't be shy, ask for help. And yeah, definitely there are tons of resources and definitely getting into contact with people that can actually help you. It's like really, I didn't want to ask for help, didn't want anyone's help. I was like, oh, I can do it by myself. But definitely couldn't. And back of my mind, I knew that I couldn't,
Hmm.
but I still wanted to. And when I got that help, uh, I think that was the best things, that one of the best things that anyone advised to me, and I actually did. So I would definitely say that listen to older people and take as many advice as you can. So
That's
as
amazing.
much
That's
advice as you
amazing.
can. Yeah,
All right, let's shift it back to the organization. What are some of the
sure.
organization's goals? What does it aim to achieve? What's the purpose of the organization?
Definitely, definitely, yeah. So when we start this page, I know it says Men's Health Canada, but our goal is basically every human that is out there. And we're not, obviously, it's called Men's Health Canada because we want to raise awareness more about that topic. But obviously, mental health advice and anything that we can put out there is for everyone and everyone can use it. And different goals that we have is basically, as you said in the beginning, really being active can really boost your mental health. And for some people, going to the gym is that option. So we're planning on having weekly home workouts or maybe like over Zoom, everyone joining and we can actually do a home workout with everyone. Different goals that we have is basically raise donations. There are three things that men suffer a lot with is different types of cancer and suicide rates. So being able to raise awareness and raise donations for that causes is basically our main goal. And I don't know, the suicide rate for men, I don't know if you know or not, is almost three times higher than women.
Yeah, I know.
So really getting men to express their emotions. It's the 21st century, so anyone can be anyone they want and whoever they want to be. But still, there are some culture and traditional events in some people's minds that they don't want to express themselves or just they don't feel comfortable with doing that. So our page's goal is really to start getting more people involved and really get that thing, like, get rid of the stigma surrounding
Right.
men's health. Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely is a stigma. I do understand one aspect of it, especially, and one thing that doesn't get spoken about enough is there are instances, so many instances where guys would um open up, let's say they're in a relationship with someone and they'd open up
Right.
to that person, and then that person would use that against them, and after that stage to get them to reopen up after that is extremely hard, and
Hmm.
and then that's it, they just lose hope, they lose faith, it's just they can't trust
Right.
anyone. And
Yeah. Trust issues. Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's one of the major issues about men. Uh, I think once something happens to us, we don't really want to talk about it or really be trying to, instead of opening up to it, we tend to ignore it more and push it down more. So yeah, getting really getting people to talk about this event, I think is the first
mhm,
thing we can basically do. So
definitely,
yeah, I completely
definitely,
agree with you about this topic.
yeah, yeah, talking about it definitely is the most important thing,
Yeah.
but I feel like showing people that there are people out there who do care about them, people out there who they could trust, people out there who genuinely want the best for them, because that's really missing today in society. It's really missing, unfortunately.
It is, yeah.
Um, so just showing that other side, showing the brighter side of things, is
Mhm.
extremely important in my opinion. I think that's something that if people genuinely see, then they'll start understanding, well, a, their worth,
Exactly.
and b, they'll understand that. they're still good in this world, you know?
Exactly right.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay. So, another question. Let's
Sure.
say all barriers and constraints are removed, all right, from what this organization could do.
Mhm.
What project would you want this organization to take on and why?
It's a really
Or
good
just what
question.
project?
Yeah. So when we started this page, our main focus was just in Canada. So looking at the society of that Canada has and everything. But I think one of the best countries that is really supporting men's health and different mental health issues is Canada. So I think if we want to get into better, more project, like bigger projects, we could look into North America, the whole North America, or even different continents such as Asia, which I think um, they don't really talk about it, especially Middle East, where I come from. There's nothing. You don't really find anything about mental health and even men's health.
Yeah.
So our bigger projects would probably surround that area of research. So getting things globally, making things more global, and I think there are different there are definitely barriers that we have to overcome, and yeah, I think if there were any barriers, we could definitely go global and make this globally. But I think it's a
Yeah, let's
really
say there's no barriers. Yeah, we're just assuming
yeah,
that you could think as big as you
exactly
can, right? Even if it seems slightly unrealistic right now, just like as big
right.
as you can.
Yeah, that's I think
Yeah.
the most I can come up with for now. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Cool. 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 Sounds good. So I got one last question for you. Okay.
sure.
Um, what should I ask you that I don't know enough to ask?
Obviously, I think men's health is pretty. It's a new topic. Like I'm learning as much as I'm trying to teach others.
Mhm.
So one thing you could probably ask me that you don't know enough about is I don't know. Basically, the whole I think awareness thing. There's not much awareness around men's health. So really asking more questions regarding that topic, I think is the I don't know. I think
Is there
that's the question you can
is there something
sorry.
specific to maybe the organization's goals or the organization's objective, or you
Oh,
personally,
organization wise.
or even you personally, but just like, is there something that most people wouldn't ask or most people don't um think to ask? So like let me give you one example. So for the first guest, Johnny that I had over, what he told me was what are his goals in the future? That was the question that I didn't know to ask that I did
Right.
ask, right? That's like an example of something along the lines of that.
So I think really think about it. I think it could be around those same questions that you ask other people. So why did you start it and how did you start it? So I think I can go more in depth regarding that. And
Okay.
so yeah, I think that's the only thing that comes to my mind. And
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think to answer that, I should reflect back on why I started it myself. It wasn't just a university thing. One year uni made me make a whole club and talk about men's health all of a sudden. So both of my grandfathers, have prostate issues, and one of them actually still has a cancer regarding prostate cancer. So, and I didn't know much about it. So when I saw the Movember thing that talked about prostate cancer, testicular cancer, different types of cancer that men get, um, that was my first goal to raise more awareness that people should go get tested and to go see the doctors once a year at least. And really, the only thing that really paved up my mind was men don't cry, men shouldn't show emotion. I heard these things so many times from my own dad because my dad is a pretty strict guy, and For example, when I fell on the ground from a bike or something, he would say, "Oh, come on, get up, man, don't cry." He would say it as a fun way, but usually over time that stays there with you, and the men don't cry thing is not really true. So I think asking why people say that would be a good question. Why do people say it in the first place? Why do people go towards these questions, towards these, I don't know what you say, sentences? I don't know. So
Statements.
statements, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, why would someone even say that in the beginning? Men don't cry or men shouldn't cry.
If you
Yeah,
want to,
that's that.
if you want to
Yeah,
add to
sure.
that,
Go ahead.
so the reason those statements come about is because historically, how it was is, uh, I mean, honestly, even till today, it's not necessarily okay. Historically, how it was is, and this applied to pretty much everyone, was that the guy is the leader, and then he's responsible for the family and whatnot, right? And if he's not able to support the family when, let's say, a war breaks in, right, or the family's unsafe and whatnot, if he's not able to you know uphold everything together, then he's considered quote unquote weak or unfit for that
Exactly. Yeah.
position. To be fair, the environment then and now is completely different, right? Like we're in a I mean, we could debate this, but we're in a much safer environment right now.
Yeah,
It's
free, safer, everything. Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you.
So things have slightly changed. I do think personally, I do believe that um men should be I believe that we as men, like, we should be pushing ourselves as far as possible. Like, we should be able to build ourselves up to withstand serious issues slash situations and whatnot. But you don't it's not something that you just or I don't believe it's something that you just get right away. It's something that you build up to, the tolerance from a mental
Very,
perspective, from a physical perspective, from a psychological perspective, you name it, right? I believe it's something that the end goal should be that, but I also believe you need to be taught and guided. You need to take the time that's needed to reach that end goal. um
exactly. Yeah.
that's
Like when I was actually thinking about this same question that I asked myself right now,
hmm
uh, most of the thing is traditional and it's basically cultural. So
hmm
if you look at the tradition, you can really see, oh yeah, back then, looking at the traditional things and culture aspect of
yeah, yeah,
all these men things, uh, men had to take care of everything back then.
yeah,
And the women really weren't giving a lot of options to, so they didn't have that many options they can work with.
yeah.
So I completely agree with the tradition and culture thing. And yeah, I think this century is basically anyone can be anyone. You can date anyone who you want now. And I saw this guy even marrying a doll, which was really weird for me. But the 25th century,
I
right?
saw
So
that too. I mean,
it's okay. Like I mean, it's supposed to be okay. So yeah,
I don't think we should go around encouraging people to do that. I mean, like, if that's your life, you do
yeah,
whatever you want with your life. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but like,
exactly right.
I don't think it's something we should encourage. I just gotta say.
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty weird, but you can be anything you want to be, and you can do whatever you want
Yeah,
to do. So I
yeah.
think yeah, there's more awareness about men's health, but yeah,
I think there is also a bit of a biological aspect to it. Now, I don't know the details about it, but I also do believe that there is somewhat of a
there
biological.
definitely should be. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You see it
So
in
it's
nature every day. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So it is something that needs to be taken into account. Um, there's this idea going around that, or there's this idea being pushed forward that men and women are the same, and it's like, we're not the same. We're not, like, biologically we're different. I'm not saying one is better than the
exactly.
other, but biologically we're different. Like, there's a reason there there's men and women. They're not one. Like, it's
I completely agree, but you really can't talk about these topics these days because everyone like
why not?
anyone can get offended easily, especially in
So
this era.
yeah, but
So I
no,
completely
no.
agree with you
Hold
on
on,
this
hold on, hold on. We
topic.
can't. Yo, you can't. Yo, listen. listen. You, why are we letting other people control our thoughts and what we feel? Like on the condition that we're not disrespecting them. Like if we're disrespecting them,
Exactly.
that's a
Yeah.
different story. But if we're being respectful, why are we letting other people control our thoughts?
I don't know why we're allowing people take really because we live in Canada. It's a free country, and everyone should have their own thoughts and beliefs. But I completely agree with you about the fact that we're allowing others to affect our way of thinking, and we're not really saying anything about it because we're supposed to be quiet about it so we don't offend others about this topic. But they can talk about, they can come and overpower our thoughts, and I think that's a little bit unfair. But
It's
I'm not a professional to talk about this, but yeah,
no,
I
it's
agree with
honestly,
you.
honestly, they can't control your thoughts unless you let them control it. It starts from within you and understanding and setting your own boundaries on your end to be like,
Right,
okay, this is what I personally believe in. Of course, there's the idea of being open to different perspective, which I think is very, very important on every end of the spectrum. I think that's very, very important that you do be open to different
right,
perspectives and whatnot. But after you allow yourself to hear and listen to the different perspectives, you have every right to believe whatever you feel, just like they have every right to believe whatever they feel, and you have every right to
yeah. I
decline what
completely, yeah,
anyone else says, just like they have that same right. And make sure you do exercise that right when you get the chance to.
right. Yeah, I agree with you. Um, I think everything you said about that is right, and I just don't know why when we keep quiet, others just want to come and overpower and come talk about why we should think like them and be like them. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
No,
think everyone has to keep their own thoughts and beliefs. So yeah,
definitely. No, it's honestly that's a whole other topic. We could have like a
topic.
pretty
Yeah,
long
exactly.
discussion
So
about that.
we can talk about it.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah. No, but wow, we really did spiral off away from the main topic. But yeah, no, it's really good. Jumping back to the organization and you and what you've done.
right.
I'll start off by saying, bro, I'm really proud of you. Thank you for the effort that
Thank you
you're
so
putting
much.
into it. I do appreciate it. I can see it going big places. Never give up on it. All right, it's gonna go places for sure.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Um, and with that being said, I'm gonna put his IG. Does it have other, do you guys have other social media platforms, or is it just IG?
It's just the IG, but we're creating Facebook soon. So yeah,
All right. So as of now, I'm gonna put up the IG link here, and also should be in the description of the video.
sure.
And yeah. With that being said, thank you all for tuning in to this episode. Any last words?
That's it. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope that I inspired some people to do
Hopefully.
what they want to do. So yeah,
Awesome.
thank you so much for
Awesome.
having me.
For
Thank you.
sure, bro. For sure. And thank you all for
Yeah.
listening. And I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.